Hello, welcome to an extremely important and special episode of the Cohn Zone. We're the Cohns, Pere Feast, Grant and Lowell. Dad, how you doing?
Batting 1,000, Iggy.
I'm batting 1,000 as well. Today we're going to be talking about the players the Niners can and can't get, the players they've been linked to, and we're going to start with a player who used to be on the team. John Lynch has hinted that the Niners are bringing someone back. We're all hoping that it's not Deebo Samuel. So let's assume that it's not, because that would be an unpopular move and a stupid move. There's another player the 49ers conceivably could. There's a lot of players they could bring back, but there's one guy who's very intriguing. Dre Greenlaw. You famously, a lot of people have been talking about it, Dad, a couple of weeks ago said that the Niners should not look back. They should be looking toward the future. Would you be willing to make an exception for Dre Greenlaw?
I would. I know I said they shouldn't look back, so it makes me look like a schmuck because I'm kind of.
It was a great line.
Myself. Yeah, it was a great line then. Anyway, here's the thing. He's 28 now. He'll be 29 in May. So he's not used up like certain players around the league and like certain players on the 49ers. He hasn't played a lot, but I think he'll be released, Iggy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Denver's going to release him.
Most likely will be released. They haven't made it official yet, but assuming he gets released because he hasn't played much, and if they don't release him, they have to pay him $10 million. It's looking like they're going to release him.
Okay. I think he's worth a contract of 1 year.
Yeah.
Giving him a 1-year deal, bring him back with Fred Warner. All of a sudden, you have the potential for a fabulous group of linebackers. I would say it's worth a shot. What do you think?
I agree. It seems a lot less risky than last year. Last year, they had to give him a 3-year deal. I think they offered him one. Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch went to his house to plead with him to take the deal. He took a different 3-year deal. Now, since he only played about 8 games last year, if he gets released, I could see him taking a 1-year deal. And where better to go than the 49ers? You've already played here. You could play next to Fred Warner again. You make Fred Warner better. He makes you better. You have one good year where you don't get hurt, and all of a sudden you could hit free agency again next year and make good money. Why it should be intriguing to the Niners is he is now 2 years removed from this Achilles injury. And I think if he's got anything left in the tank, he could show it this year and have one more good year, maybe 2.
Why would you prefer him to Deebo Samuel?
Because Dre Greenlaw really is or was the core of the team, the heart of the team. They were so much more ferocious and intimidating with Greenlaw on the defense. Without him, they're kind of soft. With Deebo, he used to be like the enforcer of the offense, but he's not that player anymore. He's not particularly fast. He's mostly about himself. Greenlaw's not mostly about himself. Greenlaw's a team player.
Iggy, what's he like?
He is very professional in the sense that he makes himself available at his locker once a week to talk to the media, which is nice. All the local TV people, he's there. He doesn't talk a lot outside of that. The team almost never promoted him. They never brought him to that podium in that lecture hall. He's kind of like the invisible man on the 49ers, if you know what I'm talking about. And which is funny because he's on the field. He's the guy you almost notice the most. He's the most violent player. He's the most vicious. He's the hardest hitter. But they'd always bring up, Nick Bosa or Fred Warner to the podium. Greenlaw was sort of their invisible man.
Is he a capable speaker?
Absolutely. He's really, really smart. And I went up to him one time and asked if I could do a weekly show with him on my channel. And I offered him like $10,000 or something. I think one of those gambling companies was going to pay for it. And he smiled and he said, I have anger issues. I don't think it'd be a good idea. And he said it with like with a laugh. Like he didn't seem like he had anger issues. But if he does, I maybe linebackers have anger issues. I don't know. Maybe he's joking.
You know what it seems to me? It seems to me I don't like you, Grant, but I'll blame it on anger management issues, right? Right?
Probably. Yeah.
But he handled it really beautifully, So anyway, Deebo, I think it hurts the team to bring him back. And if they bring him back, I would be very critical of that move.
Yep.
Bringing back Greenlaw, I think it potentially helps the team with minimal risk and minimal financial investment. So I
Yep.
think, sure. So forget what I said a few weeks ago. Only pay attention to what I say today.
I like that. That's my philosophy. I think with Deebo, bringing him back has low potential benefits and high potential negatives. What it
Uh,
would do for the locker room, all the passes he would demand, and if he doesn't get them, like how he would act. I don't really see what the downside would be with Dre Greenlaw. You probably wouldn't have to give him that big of a contract. If he gets hurt again, you still have D Winters on the team who replaced him last year. I mean, why not? Why not?
and also you don't want to lose D Winters. Like, oh, now I'm on the sideline. They could work it in such a way there's a rotation, things
Yeah,
like that, and make them
absolutely. I
both
mean, at this point, maybe Dre Greenlaw
relatively
needs.
happy.
Yeah, I mean, Dre Greenlaw
Yeah,
probably shouldn't be playing 1,000 snaps a season anyway. At this point in his career,
yeah.
he could use some time off.